Good evening. I hope you're having a good night. I'm just doing my regular thing of updating my social media to let people know I've gone live once I've already gone live. So please enjoy the pretty visuals and music. Oh no, the music stopped. I better start. Cool. Oh, hi, Josh. Let me know if there's any problems with the audio or with the visuals. I only have the one screen to work on, so I can't really adjust my OBS while I'm in the game. So if you haven't seen this before, we're playing as a young lady trying to save her brother who was attacked by their father. She currently has corruption all over her body because it looks like staying in this city causes corruption to happen to you. We've seen some fishy fellas. Whoa. There's all kinds of interesting animals in the sea. Just flipping around. So this is our world. There's English written around the place. And we got to find caches of supplies to help our little brother. Because he is sick. In fact, I'll give you a recap of the story so far. So, as we've gone through, we found out their story. They live platforms on the sea somewhere. A family, mother, father, daughter and son. Father goes out to fish. They get fish. Everything's awesome. Next day, mother goes out to fish. There's a storm and she's lost at sea. Everyone's sad. The father turns to drinking. The daughter is pretty unhappy with this whole situation. Breaks the bottle. Father gets angry, tries to attack her. Brother defends his sister and is attacked. She takes a boat, takes him away. You know, weather, time. And then they come to the city. And that's where we are now. So, we've got to find some supplies, which I'm hoping I found a cache last time. Here's one. Okay. There's one, there's two. There are 3 left. So there's one more after that, which I assume is going to be over in this bottom right-hand part of the map that I haven't explored yet. But let's go and get these 2 that I do know where they are, up in the top left. Boat controls are a little bit slippery, but there's no boat degradation or anything like that, so I don't have to worry about accidentally destroying it. Oh my god. Alright. So this is a combat-free game. I can't die, and there's no, there are monsters, it seems like, but they don't hurt me. They aren't interested in hurting me. Which, for someone who is very bad at combat like me, that's kind of the ideal situation. So that building, I guess. I need to find one of those red vines in order to climb a building, so I guess we're gonna circle the perimeter until we do that. Kind of like Lost in Blue. Now, was Lost in Blue the DS game where you were on a desert island and you had to survive? Was that Lost in Blue? Because if that's Lost in Blue, it's a little bit different to that, in that there's no sort of, how would you phrase it? You don't have like a stomach meter, you don't have to eat, really. It's more an exploration game. far enough over. Yeah, that was Lost in Blue. Yeah, so it's a little bit different to that. I actually really enjoyed Lost in Blue. I played it. I played the second one too. The second one had a lot of quality of life improvements, but for some reason I still preferred the first one. Maybe just because it was the first one that I played. It really annoyed the hell out of me though that the girl character was so useless because she didn't have her glasses. Now, I'm a person who has to wear glasses, and yes, I am pretty useless without them, but I'm useless for things like, you know, reading and, I don't know, anything that requires seeing into the distance, whereas exploring and sort of seeing into the middle distance, that's all fine. I can do that. I could explore without my glasses. I just wouldn't be able to see small things. Whoa! Big boy. What a magnificent creature. Now, is the game audio, the music, too loud compared to my voice? Because it sounds very loud in my ears, but then I haven't adjusted it in my ears at all. I've just sort of been... Well, what is the purpose of this? Oh, I see. I can jump over here. So what's the purpose of here? Down here? Here we go. It's pretty good. That's good. I might just turn it down in my own ears then. There we go. Down again. I said this last stream, but it still holds. You know, this girl is like the fittest person I have ever seen in my whole life. She can just free climb all over these buildings. No fear. And she's even got this like weird fish disease on her, and still she can just do all this stuff. I feel like a good sort of... Whoa, where am I going? Oh, over here, okay. I feel like a good element that they could have added to this game if they'd wanted to would have been that as her corruption increases, she might be able to jump higher or something like that, so that only certain parts of the game are accessible, you know, after a certain time. But no, everything in the game is accessible at every time. So these are little stories about what happened to the city, so I'll just bring that up so you can see the city's story. So this is the story of the history of the place where we're living, and just turning my own volume down again. I don't have all of these. A lot of these are optional to collect. Some of them are on these buildings with the main objectives, but I'm not aiming to do a 100% playthrough of this game, so I haven't gone and got all of them. Here's the creatures though. I'm still missing one creature, so I just wonder, where have I missed that? Because I swear I've been around the whole map. And then landmarks. Some interesting landmarks. Again, I've missed two. Hoping to find those two while I'm doing the rest of the exploration today. I'm going to finish this today. I have some other games that I'd like to start. Oh, I'm glad you jumped there because I couldn't remember where I was going back. Oh, it's down this way, right? Nope. Oh, I am good at navigating. This happened last time too. Sometimes it's not entirely obvious how to get back to areas you've been before, if, like me, you are very, very bad at short-term memory. There we go. When did the game come out? I'm not entirely sure. I think it's a couple of years old because the developer has a newer game out at the moment that's just been ported to the Switch. So it has to have been out for at least a couple of years, I think. I recommend, if you would like to know more, to consult your local Wikipedia. Or your preferred internet knowledge provider. last time I tweeted this, actually, I added the developer in my tweet that I was streaming it, and they retweeted me, which is really nice. So they're obviously still invested in it, and I think that's great. This is a great game. Very chill. I don't think by any stretch of the imagination you could call this a challenging game, but I'm not playing it at 9 to 10 p.m. on a work night because I want a challenge. I'm playing it because I want some chill. And that's exactly what you get. It's gorgeous, and the music is wonderful. You can actually buy the soundtrack independently on Steam as well, which is I thought about it, getting it, popping it on my phone to listen to at work. Cool. I wonder if this is saying there was a sea beast of some sort, or maybe a Cthulhian type of entity that caused the world to end. I'm curious to know more. Now, how the hell do I get to where I need to be? I came down that way, right? So I'm going up this way. Hey, it's an exit! It's an exit door. So can I drop here? No, I'm not allowed to drop far enough that it will hurt her. Okay, so I do recognize that I was here before, which honestly is a miracle because usually I just flat out get lost. Some knowledge bit over there. Now, last time I went down there, right? So is there any other way up from here? Don't see one. What about over there? Didn't I try up here before? What about up there? Just trying to see if there's any other way to go. But I don't really see one. What about to the far left of here? Oh, the far left of here was where I was just before. Okay. That is one of my... I don't know that I'd necessarily call it a criticism as much as something that makes it difficult for me as a person with very poor short-term memory. Difficult to play is that I do find it difficult when I'm on these buildings sometimes to tell if I have been a certain direction before. I've already been here, right? So... Can I just drop into the water and start again from the start? August 15 release as in last year. Is this game that new? Alright. $2025. Yeah, okay, 2015. I'm playing games from the future. Yeah, so it's a few years old. I think it looks pretty good for a 2015 game. I mean, I'm playing it on a good computer, which helps, but yeah, I'm having a good time with it. Ah, I see. You meant August 2015 from the start. You know, I think as Australians we're also allowed to use the days of the month when we discuss date. We just put it first. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed the day in class when they told us the real Australian way to record the date. How the fuck do I get down? How the fuck do I get somewhere new? Because I swear to God I've been here. Yep, as in you reckon I ditched calendar class? Well, you know me pretty well, Josh. You know me. Rebel without a cause. A real troublemaker, me. Absolutely anti-authority figure. Oh, I haven't been here before. I don't remember this camera angle. Good. So I've got no idea where I'm going, but at least it's somewhere new. Good stuff. The reason why I'm looking around before I commit to a path is that once you have found the cache of supplies that you need on a building, come on, brain. I know it's late, I know you're tired, but we've got to form whole sentences while we're on stream. Once you have found the cache of supplies that you need on the building, it automatically teleports you back to the central hub. So if I want to find any of those little lore books, like this one, I have to find them before I get that cache that's usually at the top of the building. Yeah, ports you home. And yes, there is a lag between what you're going to hear and what you type. I just have to sort of pay attention to what I've said about 5 seconds in the past if you type things like yes. And it's usually not too bad. I don't know how streamers with much bigger streams, you know, like even with 10 people it would get confusing. I guess it's just a skill you develop. Okie dokie. Go down. There definitely is a setting for some things, how much of a delay that you want to have, and some games will also have a specific setting for how much lag you want to perhaps introduce. Yeah, for competitive play. But there's also the simple fact that, you know, the information that I'm sending to Twitch comes from my computer. It goes all the way to America. It then, you know, has to be sent back to you and received. So a couple seconds delay is basically inevitable in any case. But then if you are streaming competitive games, you have to introduce a random delay as well, otherwise people stream snipe you because people are shit. So this over here is the little cache of equipment that I need. I'm pretty sure that I have found everything on this building. And if I haven't, I'm not going back to look for it because I'll just get lost. So, she is looking decidedly glowy now. Just miraculously, she finds exactly what she needs at every building she goes to, regardless of the order that you actually do this in. So these are our fishy friends. And as you can see, they've got an advanced form of the corruption that she has, which is why I think in the end, she's going to end up like them. Her brother doesn't appear to be doing quite as badly, so that's good. Yeah, it's very sad. Don't you dare tell me the full plot before I finish the game, Josh. See, now I have to not look at the chat because I know that you've typed something there that is going to spoil me. But I want to look at the chat, so I'm just going to end up spoiled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this cache without looking at the chat, and then I'm going to let my curiosity get the better of me. Oh, no, you haven't. Good. Good, good. I also lied. I looked at the chat before I got to the cache. I couldn't help myself in the end. And yeah, I do like being social with the chat. It's nice. I am highly, highly introverted, and the idea of being able to play a video game and then someone comes and talks to me in the smallest of ways when I'm in the safety of my own home, that's the ideal level of socializing for me. Brother isn't going out into the water every day. Yeah, that's what I figured as well. He's not going out into the water, and he's not touching the buildings as well. Is this the one? See, where's the dolphin? There was a dolphin. Yeah, see, the dolphins also have the corruption stuff on them. And our boat also has, along the bottom, the corruption, the phosphorescence. Now, is this the building, or am I looking in the wrong direction? This is the building. Excellent. Oh, too far. Too far. There we go. Sweet, the sun's rising. Did I go the wrong way? I did. I can't jump over here. Unless I wasn't here before. Is that... No, yeah. This is where I started. So down. Up. 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 Left. There we go. It's interesting, I ended up... Whoa! Hello, friend. No, come back, I need to ask you about how to not become one of you. Whoa. Definitely gonna have to go over there, and I bet that's the final landmark. Well, I think there's actually 2 landmarks I haven't gotten yet, but I bet that's one of them. I love this island over here that has just a pine forest growing out of an old office block. I think I've said this before in a previous stream of this game, but it warms my heart to think that if humanity wipes itself out, nature will recover itself within a few short years. Certainly it will take a while to return to the level of biodiversity from before human influence, but you know, it'll get there. I don't like these swarms of bugs. I don't like swarms of bugs at the best of times, but at least these ones are in a video game and not actually swarming me. When I was about 3 years old, I think it was, I don't know how this happened, but I got swarmed by a nest of ants. And ever since, I've hated swarms of things. And also ants, just in general. Which I think is probably a reasonable reaction to getting swarmed by them as a 3-year-old. Bugs everywhere. Yep. Probably out for a walk. No, I was in my backyard. I think I was probably doing some dumb 3-year-old shit, like sticking like sticks into holes in the ground or something like that. That seems to be the most likely explanation for how that could have happened. I probably just stuck a stick into an ant nest and they immediately responded by swarming out. Whoa, hello, I didn't even notice you there. That was fortuitous. I do remember when I was, fuck, put me down. When I was, similar age, 3, 4, when I was in preschool, and I went out for walks, I was obsessed with collecting, cicada shells, you know, how they leave their old skins behind when they molt. I had, like, these giant ice cream containers full of cicada molts. So, I'd like to thank my parents for indulging me in that. Because they must have thought it was absolutely gross. I like nature and I like the natural world, even now, but I do not collect cicada molts anymore. Whoa, are they saying that this is like the only city left on Earth? Is that kind of what that's, oh, hun. Where are we? Yeah. So, looks like, because this is, where are we? Is that, no. Oh, here we go. This is the one I was looking at, number 12. This is what the Earth used to look like, right? And then down here, this is what we have now. So the cities have all but been wiped out. Please do not get me some cicada shells. I don't need cicada shells. There would still be Tibet. I don't think they have like built-up cities in Tibet though. Like, I mean, they have semi-built-up cities, but not skyscrapers. That said, I could be being totally ignorant. I don't actually know if they have skyscrapers there. I feel like the mountains already scrape the sky. Why would they need to build artificial skyscrapers? Fuck, there's one down there. I'm not going back for it. I've come too far. I might go back and try and find all the bits of lore off stream, but I'm not going to do a stream of just going around and looking for the few remaining bits of lore. You think this is New Zealand? You know, I have not actually seen Waterworld. I've never seen it. Is all the friend boys? It's on the list of movies I need to see. Yeah, I think it is actually. Oh. Well, that's good. One last cache. Painkillers. Although take away pain is one of those little phrases that kind of has potential double meanings, but she's gone to all this effort to take care of him. I'm sure she means painkillers. I did know it was a Kevin Costner movie, but I don't think I've seen any Kevin Costner movies, so I don't really know what you're trying to say when you say that. Right, so I'm going to try and head over to this section directly to my right, which I suppose is my east. Where is east? There's east. I've heard it's pretty silly, Waterworld. I like silly movies. Whale fella. I wonder if this corruption is literally just a result of all the pollutants that entered the water and the ecosystem when the world was submerged. Because God knows we've got plenty of pollutants in our everyday environment. Hey, is this a sports stadium? It must have been, right? I'm in the middle of a football field right now. Have I seen that monument? Yeah, it looks like it. Right, so I reckon probably north of where I am now. I hope she doesn't turn into a fish. Or maybe if she has to turn into a manta, that would be okay. I think the manta ray is my favorite fish. I don't think you can eat them, right? But they're so beautiful. What's that? Oh, it's just a weird barrel. Okay. One of my big goals in Subnautica at the moment is actually to try and scan a sky ray. I still haven't managed to do it. Every time I've been on the island, I've just missed out on getting it. Islands, there's a couple. Now I've been over here already, but obviously the thing I was looking for over here is not over here. So I guess I'll just keep heading north. Maybe maybe that tall building. I don't think I've been up that. Or over here somewhere. The dolphins follow you in this. It's really nice. Now, I've definitely been up that actually, because I remember going up the thing near the hospital. That's the hospital there. Where am I? Alright, so if I go in here. What have we got? Oh, what about this? This looks like a climbable building, maybe? There we go. This could be it. Rulia Hotel. Now, I know I said some things before about whether there was a... Oh, I found all the hotels. Sweet. I got a Steam achievement just now for that. I know I said some things before about I wonder if a sort of Cthulhian monster or something like that rose up and caused this devastation. But to me, Rulia is an awfully similar pronunciation to R'lyeh, the underwater city in the Cthulhu mythos. And these fishy guys are pretty similar to... Oh, I have to actually down, don't I? The fishy guys are kind of similar to some of the fish monsters in A Shadow over Innsmouth. This way, come on. No, I can't go down there. I haven't read very much H.P. Lovecraft, I think. I think I've read all of Shadow over Innsmouth, which is very well written. Very racist, but very well written. Oh, there's a dude. I just saw him. Dude. And I've read part of The Call of Cthulhu, but not finished it. And I haven't read any of the other stuff. Oh, nice flowers. So that's where I need to be in the end. Got a bit of ore down here. Sorry, Josh. SFA, what's that? Sweet fuck all. I learned a new acronym today. I think, well, like I said, the only one that I've read in full is A Shadow over Innsmouth. I think A Shadow over Innsmouth is actually, I think it's a good idea to read it if you are into survival horror, because, or horror adventure, because when I first read it, I couldn't believe it. It was basically the plot of a lot of survival horror type games. Or Lovecraftian games. Very, very strong influence. And I think that was valuable to me to see that context. But I can't speak for any of the other stories. And yeah, it's very racist. It's so racist. So you sort of have to check that at the door while you read the story, while always keeping it in the back of your mind. But I mean, monsters and horror typically tend to represent things in real life that people are afraid of. So if you were a racist or a xenophobe, you were afraid of people who looked different to you or came from different places, it makes sense that came out in your fiction. Just not particularly tasteful to us now. Cool. So we've got a law book over there. How do I get over there? I'll drop down. Maybe I can jump there. Maybe I have to go around the outside. Yeah, that looks about right. Go around the outside. Up we go. Come on. Whoa, it's raining? No, this can't be the first time I've seen rain in this game. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention before. Also, that's showing the world disintegrating. Just like I fear our heroine is. We'll find out soon enough. About to get that final cache. There it is. Over here. Final check. Looks like no. I swear to God, if we've done all this effort and he just dies, I'm going to be unhappy. I like that the number of boxes in this little center area actually increases the further through you go as she collects more things. Oh. It looks like she saved him. But she wasn't able to save herself. Yeah. Oh, they fixed her! Oh! I thought they were turning her into one of them! They saved her! And she saved him! Some thing in there? Awesome! Sweet. So if you're wondering if that alphabet underneath Submerged is a real alphabet, well, after my first stream of this, I sat down with all of the bits of the language that I had in the journal, and I worked out, yes, it's a real alphabet, but I haven't sat down and tried to work out how it works yet. Should have told me everybody dies in the end. That does sound like a thing you would do. Cool, and we can explore now. Awesome. So I guess Tuck is just, I don't know, maybe he's back home keeping their dad safe, and she's come back here to reinfect herself with whatever malaise lives in this area. So there are Steam achievements for finding everything in this game. I'm probably not going to find everything tonight, but I've only been going for 46 minutes, so I figure if I make this a round hour, maybe if I try and find the 2 landmarks that I didn't get. So I'm pretty sure that I thought one of them was out by this area in the top left. So I might head up there. See what I can find. Top left is northwest. That is southwest, isn't it? Northwest is this way. So there's achievements for finding all the boat upgrades, and there's achievements for finding all the bits of history and stuff. But I have a lot of other games that I want to play, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this trying to get all of them. Maybe I'll spend a little time off stream as well. Now I've really got to decide what I'm going to be playing in this time slot after, now that I've finished the stream. I've got a couple of games in mind. There was one that I was going to do tonight if I had time, but I loaded it up to test it, and I'm not sure how exciting it is. It is cute and it is colourful, but it's kind of weird to capture, and much like Botanicula, I think it's just a click and see what happens game. I can see something flashing over here, so I'm going to come check it out. Submerged pelicans. Pelicans are a bit terrifying when you think of it. They'll just eat anything that will fit in their bills. Oh, there we go. Small dog? Sure, a pelican will eat that. Rats, cats, if it will fit in a pelican will attempt to eat it. Pigeons. I've seen that on YouTube, a pelican eating a pigeon. Or trying to. I'm not sure how well it succeeded. Okay, yeah, so this is the hotel I was at before. So there should be a cool looking bridge around here. There it is. A landmark, Mr. Cool Looking Bridge? Or are you just a piece of scenery? Oh, there's a boat upgrade here by the looks of it. Pretty good. There is a boat boost, but I never ended up needing to use it very much. That's it on now. There we go. It is a landmark. Something I've wondered as I've played this is this a real city? Is this somewhere that has really existed in the present day that they've modelled it off, like, say in Fallout 3, how they did Washington? I'm pretty sure it was Washington in Fallout 3, right? I can't actually remember off the top of my head. It's been a while since I played Fallout 3. Fallout 4 is a game that I want to get to on this stream at some point, by the way, but I only want to be doing one big RPG at once. And at the moment, that's KOTOR 2. I would like to do Shivering Isles after that. Maybe I could do Fallout after that. Fallout 4. Did I say Fallout 3 a couple of times here when I meant to say Fallout 4? I don't want to do Fallout 3 on stream, although, that said, I also have not played Fallout New Vegas. And I've heard actually that Fallout New Vegas is better than Fallout 4. So maybe I should play that first? 3 is Washington, D.C.? Yeah, okay, good. I had that right. Have I already climbed here? Nope, there's a thing. New Vegas is better, yeah. Well, New Vegas was written by Obsidian, and Obsidian were also the writers for KOTOR 2, which I'm playing at the moment, and they have a Fallout-esque game coming out. like next year? This year? I don't remember when it's launching. I also don't remember what it's called, but it's sort of like a space version of Fallout, maybe? Or like a space western type setting. And it's kind of in direct competition with the 3D Fallout games. I feel like Obsidian kind of saw the writing on the wall there when they saw perhaps how people weren't super keen on Fallout 4. Fallout Cross Borderlands, yeah, in space. I don't know where Borderlands is set actually, so maybe that's also set in space. Alright, so we got a big section up sort of in the top middle that we haven't explored yet, and then also a smaller section down in the sort of bottom right. So let's try top middle first. So I'll just head north, I think. There it is. I never played Borderlands. It's more combat based, right? Whereas Fallout is kind of more RPG story based. Fallout 3 and 4, that is. Fallout 1 and 2 are obviously very different. I've been trying to think about how to talk about what I like about games since I started streaming because, you know, it comes up. It's a topic that comes up while you're streaming. And the phrasing that I've come up with to sort of talk about it is that I'm very story motivated rather than necessarily gameplay motivated. So a game like Smash Brothers, for example, is probably one of the best examples you can come up with. Fantastic game, mechanically close to perfect, although I'm sure that's a line that would start many an internet argument. But mechanically very good at the very least, you've got to say that much. So it's great. I do enjoy it when I play it, but it doesn't really do anything for me. I'm not super invested in the story. The only game where I'm really where I found myself super invested in the gameplay over the story is Katamari Damacy. I love to roll. To roll and roll and roll some more. To roll up all the things in the world and become a star in the sky. Oh, it's good. It's good gameplay, and I enjoy it so much. What is this? Is this a landmark? Should be. It's awesome. Is the game trying to push me to go this direction? It does that sometimes. Yeah, I'm right on the edge of the map. Alright, well, I'm kind of exactly where I want to be though, so that's good. Let's go south. Hello, whale. I'll try not to run over your head. Again, the whales can sort of knock you off your path, but they can't capsize you or destroy your boat, which is a little bit more respectful to the reality of being caught above a whale. Manta. Alright, we got a thing here. There's one animal that I haven't found yet, as far as I can tell, right? One creature. I'd love to know where on earth that is, because I feel like I've gone all around the map. And I haven't found this creature, when all the other creatures I literally just found by running around the map. Is that a... Oh yeah, that's plane and cars. It would be cool if, in this explore mode, if it maybe had a way that it would just show you where all the secrets were. So that if you've played it over several sittings like I have, and you've forgotten where everything is or where you've already been. I mean, it does say that on the map. It does say where you've been on the map. You can tell it's got things crossed out and grayed out. but I just want it to tell me where everything is. I don't want to have to go to every single little island because I am lazy. Or to be more precise, because I have only, you know, half as many precious seconds left in my life as I started out with. So... no, I don't want to go there. I've already been there. I need to go in. I wonder if I've already explored that little one. Probably not. I can't tell. I'll hop up and have a look. These little small ones tend to be pretty short anyway, not like the big buildings. Go. The torrential rain that caused the issues? Well, got some torrential rain happening in Australia at the moment, in the far north of Queensland. They're calling it, and I mean, it's in the far north of Queensland. It is supposed to be raining a lot at the moment, but not to the extent that it currently is. They say things like unprecedented weather event and once in a lifetime weather event, but you know, I wonder if that's really going to hold going forward. That these things are really going to be once in a lifetime. Maybe we're just entering a new era. You know, like they were saying all along. I mean, scientists weren't lying to us this whole time. I'm so shocked I could just be totally unshocked. Oh, is that a something through there? Just a building. Oh no, I'm pretty sure I have the horse. Yeah, I've got the horse as a landmark. So let's go a little bit further forward and then go north again. I think my goal for finishing the stream tonight is I would like to get that final landmark. And I mean, they're big. So long as I just go through and have a look at all the big areas that I haven't opened up yet, I should get it. So north through here. Here we go. Any landmarks here? Nope. There's still hope. Not much though. I don't think I'm going to find it here. But this might have a new piece of lore. Yep, there's one. Australia's kind of got all of the extreme weather happening at the moment. There's get up there. There's droughts happening in part of the country. There's floods happening in part of the country. There's terrible fires happening in parts of the country. The full set. How do I get up? It's obviously there. So oh, over here. Okay. I heard something, it sounds like a small thing, but it's kind of meaningful and upsetting to me. I read in the news today that the big fires in Tasmania have burned out a bunch of areas where leatherwood trees grow, and leatherwoods take 100 years to grow, and they're used to produce honey. So, you know, apiarists will take their hives there to collect the pollen from leatherwood trees, and depending on what what's the word I'm looking for here? Flour a honey is collected from, it really affects the taste of the honey. And leatherwood has this really strong flavor that I really like, but also that I really associate with my grandfather. And I read today in the news that these they're not plantations, it's just the natural area where all these trees grow has been decimated, really almost totally destroyed by the bushfires. So leatherwood honey is going to be much harder to come by in future, and it's going to be very expensive when you are able to come by it. I just thought, you know, it's such a small thing, but that's a really sort of personal effect that climate change is having on my life. Something that reminded me of my grandfather is probably not going to be very accessible anymore. All right, south. I can still see that there's a secret up there. What I might do is... Oh, I know it's up there. Okay, obviously I've made visual contact, so I don't need to use my... what's the word I'm looking for here? Come on, brain. We can do this just a little bit longer. I don't have to use my telescope, there we go, to sight it, because I've sighted it visually when I was exploring the area. So what big areas haven't I opened up yet? Maybe down in the far right? Because we've got the bridge up in the top left. So maybe we need to get something down in the bottom right. Most of the landmarks are in the outside. Hi there, Do the Voodoo. Continuing the water theme. Yeah, I am. So I started playing this game a couple weeks ago because I did a stream with a bunch of Australian games. So this was made by an Australian studio. And this one was just a little bit longer than the other games. So here I am, finishing it tonight. So I've actually finished the main game and I'm just in the exploring stage now. This is a combat-free game though, so unlike the Subnautica streams, this one is going to have less in the way of me getting attacked by biting fish. Rather, there's some corrupted dolphins following me around, which is a much calmer experience. So I finished the main game, and I'm just trying to find some of the what's the word I'm looking for? Collectibles, that's the one. It gives you an exploration mode once you've finished the main story. I'm not sure what you would have to do to actually... Ooh, hello, is that a boat upgrade? To actually restart the story. I don't know if you have to uninstall the game or if there's somewhere in the settings. But I'm not going to do 100% of this game. I would like to get all the landmarks though. But it's really chill, and the soundtrack is gorgeous. Perfect for a chill game, for sure. Manta! You know, if I had one complaint about the the fauna in Subnautica, it's that there's not enough mantas. Sure, you've got the sky rays, which I still have not managed to scan one of. But, you know, a water manta would be nice. Maybe there are some and I just haven't found them yet. Alright, so now we can go directly east. Just see if there's any landmarks along the outside edge. And if not, gosh, I don't know where else to look. Now, I found this one, right? Yep, I found that one. Now, I thought for sure that this bridge would be a landmark, but the last time I went and tried to collect it, yeah, you end up running off the edge of the map, so I don't think it actually is. I'm kind of pinning my hopes on this area in the sort of lower right, that somewhere in this brown area that I haven't explored yet is the final landmark, and if not, well, it's got to be in the top right, so let's just have a nice swim around the map, I guess, or boat trip around the map. So here's the lady. Again, I thought I had collected her as a... Oh, that's her there. Okay. Maybe I could sort of take the... There's not going to be anything down here in the very bottom of the corner, so I'm just going to go ahead and try and get through that little bit there, which requires me to go northeast. It's about that. I am ashamed and embarrassed to report that I am no better at pathfinding in this game than I am in Subnautica. Or indeed, any other game that I am likely to play. When I play, say Bethesda games, for example, I make ample use of quest markers to make sure that I don't get lost. So it's like here. But I really like the ocean. I like to swim. So aquatic games are pretty relaxing for me to play. And when I'm playing them at 10 PM on a work night, relaxing is definitely what I have in mind. Just see if there's a shiny on this, so I'll take a little detour to pick that up. Storm. Has a Waterworld sort of vibe to it. Yeah, that is the second time Waterworld has been brought up tonight. So, you are in good company, Do the Voodoo. I swear this stadium, like we're obviously on top of a soccer field here, right? Or like a football field. I swear this should be a landmark. Really not. This game does not consider sports important enough to be landmarks. North, north, north. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at that, Jesus Christ. Gorgeous. Oh, a breaching whale. I don't know what the hell a whale is doing this close to land, but alright. Can I go out and say hi to the whale? Nope, game doesn't want me out there. It's moving me left by itself. I'm not doing that. I don't know why I'm ages away from the edge of the map. Come on, game. Game's like, nope. Come on. This way. There we go. It's a whale. Hi, whale. Alright, I probably shouldn't get landed on by a whale. Okay, come on, landmark. A landmark? It could be. It's a bridge. I think I went to another bridge that looked like this on the other side of the map though, and it didn't end up being a landmark. Guess we'll find out. God for no boat durability. No, it's not letting me go any closer. What's this tall thing up there? Is that the other bridge that we already found? Yeah, that'll be the other one. Where the hell is this final landmark? Is there anywhere on the map that's big enough to have one of these items that I haven't already opened up? I guess there's still some area like kind of directly south of where I am right now. Just try and carefully stick to that route. The boat up there? It is. I love how apparently old barnacle covered boats are... Well, they still have enough working parts to upgrade our boat. So let's go ahead and go east. That's west. That's the horse, and I've already got that, right? Yeah. I am perplexed. Go east again. Come on, can't this be a landmark? Look at it, it's like round. Nowhere else has a round building. In here. So again, some pretty spectacular wrecks, but not anything new. Is there a shiny up here? Oh no. Don't see a shiny, but just in case. No, I think I've already got the shiny. Yeah. No, back. There we go. Oh my gosh. Running out of places to look here. Again, south is an option. There's a few sections sort of in central building areas where it could be, and then otherwise there's the bottom right, but I didn't see anything when I was down there. Can I have some music, game? I would like some music. Oh, it started the music. Thanks, game. That's billboard. billboard is a remarkable object, right? Whoops. How about this? It's submerged. It's pretty cool looking. Oh, it's shiny on this one, so I'll definitely be getting that. Oh my god, please controls. For someone with such skinny arms, she just has the most epic upper body strength. How the hell do I get around to where shiny is? Where even is the shiny? Is it higher up? Can I see any jump ledges? Was the shiny a jape? One of these things reflecting? I'm up there. No, there's a way to climb here, so I feel like there definitely must be a way to get where I want to be. Just can't get there. You know, I don't care enough. I just want to find that landmark at this stage. I've been going for 20 minutes longer than I necessarily wanted to tonight. It was Lunar New Year today in Australia, if anyone celebrates that. I wore my lucky red jacket. I also wore the pendant that I have that has my zodiac animal on it. I don't know if it's unlucky to wear an animal that's not a pig on the first day of Year of the Pig, but I did it anyway. So hopefully I don't get a year of bad luck. Come on, let this billboard just be a landmark. It's very remarkable. Alright, so I've mostly explored that area now. Since I'm here in the middle, I'll just go the way I'm going, because there's two other kind of semi-closed off areas. Look, a church. How remarkable is a church? Look, is this not a nice landmark? Unless I've already got this as a landmark. Nope. Come on, nice church. What's that? I see something kind of shiny there. Is that the home area, or is that the fire that I can see? Am I facing... No? What is that? Is that just the way the light reflects in this area? Oh, it's the bronze-topped building. That's why. Alright, so I managed to get myself lost in about 10 seconds there. Alright, we just need to go west. Oh my gosh. Why can't this city have had more landmarks? Actually, no, you know, then I'd just be finding them all. Why couldn't have this city concentrated all of its landmarks in one central location? Made everything else really boring right around the edges. What about this? Is this a landmark? It's like a giant pole. Oops, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted map. Where am I? Yeah, no, that's not. Tis not. Alright. Gotta make a plan here. So, plan is turn around, go back the way I came, and then go south. And then if I don't find it, I'm going to end the stream anyway and find the remaining one off stream. Because this is getting a bit silly. I mean, if it's a landmark, for God's sake, I should be able to see it from ages away. It should be obvious. I'm going the wrong way now. I am so clever. So good at video games. Alright. Now all these boosts that we've collected come in handy. I feel a bit like I'm playing the swoop racing game out of Knights of the Old Republic. It's got similar goodness of controls. That was pretty good. Let me get across most of the map with very little time, in very little time. I've already been to these areas so much, I feel like it's impossible that I've missed a landmark. How will I know that I'm near a landmark? Okay, so it gives you a little cutscene when you get near enough to one to have activated it on the map. It sort of zooms out and does a pan around for you, so you know that. And also, you get a thing marked off on this list. So I'm just missing the one. I'm also just missing one creature, and that seems absurd to me, because again, all the others I just found by exploring around the map. Alright. Directly south of here. Let's go! Am I on the right line? Yes, I am. I am as far on the edge of the map as I can be. It's not this lady because she is already marked off on the map here as a landmark. Escape. I keep wanting to press tab to close that menu, but it is escape in this game. Could it be this bridge, but I have to approach it from this direction? I mean, for God's sake, that has got to be a landmark. Look at it. Look at it. It looks like the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and it's not a landmark. Oh. So that's that curve. And that's basically... Where else could I look? Clearly it's Sydney, you reckon? I don't see Centre Point. I don't remember any of these particular apartments being in Sydney, but then we don't know what year the apocalypse happened in. Big chunk near the middle that doesn't have a landmark on it could be there. Well, most of the map gets sort of opened up as you... So it starts off as brown, like you see, and then it becomes blue as you've explored it. So I feel like if it was in that section, I would have already seen it, at least. Because the landmarks, not only do you get the cutscene, it's also typically fairly obvious. So we've got that giant lady statue. Down at the bottom, there's a Ferris wheel. Again, at the bottom, there's a tower that's shaped like a spoke. There's a statue of a horse somewhere around here, up in the sort of middle center. So I just don't know. I'm going to go once more to the top left, and then if there is nothing at the top left, that's going to be the end of the stream. I hate the idea of having to give up on it. I hate giving up just in general. But, you know, for fuck's sake, that should be a landmark. That's all I have to say about the matter. It's hard to be angry when you're looking at a sunset this pretty, though. See, there's the Ferris wheel. Pretty remarkable object. Oh, we're out of boost. Here's this tower that I told you about again. Josh trying to distract me from my stream and my navigating by sending me messages on my phone. I think checking your phone is a required component of watching a Twitch stream, right? You can't just watch the Twitch stream. You've got to be distracted doing something else at the same time. You sent the map. What'd you send it on? What platform? Oh, there it is. Took a while to come through. Okay. So let's compare. There's one. Got that one, got that one, got that one, got that one, got that one. Got that one. Got that one, got that one. What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what the hell am I missing? There's 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, 4 there, 5 there, 6 there, 7 there, 8 there. I swear to God, I have all of these. I can see them all on this map, so why aren't they all showing up in my achievements? What the hell? Alright, well let's go back and look at them. Maybe this is a glitch and I just can't, like it's not showing them all up, but I have actually found all of them. So we've got the billboard, yes. We've got the bridge, yes. We've got the Ferris wheel, got the tower, got the horse, and the telecommunications tower, and the lady. So what on this map am I missing? Got that one, got that one. Got the pointy tower, got the Ferris wheel, got the lady, got the billboard. Got the horse. It's this one. The one... I don't think I've got my OBS. Yeah, it's the crane. It's... I don't have my OBS set up to capture the mouse, I don't think, so you can't see where I'm pointing. So... yeah. Just double check. So Josh, you think the one that's sort of directly south of the horse, right? I'll go to it. If that is true, that is going to really annoy me because, like, you can see it on my map directly under the horse. You reckon I have to climb it? All right. I can certainly give that a try. Where the fuck am I? Like, the furthest possible location. Well, thank you for Googling that for me because there is no way that I would have assumed the final one you needed to do something different from all the others. Oh no. Okay, almost there. And I'll be free. Go and sleep. I only got 4 hours of sleep last night because I stayed up writing when I should have been sleeping. Good life decisions on this here stream. I needed to do the writing, like I wouldn't have slept very well if I hadn't done it, but at the same time, maybe I should have slept in. Where the fuck am I? Okay, I've gone too far north, so let's go a bit east, and then a bit south. There's that crane. There's that crane fucker. You know, do the voodoo. I've been thinking about what you said with keeping with the aquatic theme, and I think I've always sort of been drawn to aquatic games because Josh actually mentioned, Shinigami Josh mentioned earlier in the stream a game called Lost in Blue, a survival game for the original Nintendo DS, which I also played, which it isn't a water game, but you are on a desert island. And then a game that I really enjoyed on the Wii was called Endless Ocean. I also played Endless Ocean 2, but I think Endless Ocean 1 was the better game. And that one was basically just explore ocean, find fish friends. That was really great. There we go, camera angle. So I guess, yeah, I'm just drawn to aquatic games. I like swimming as well. Swimming is probably my favorite form of exercise. Apart from dance, maybe. But I don't look stupid when I swim, whereas I do look very stupid when I try and dance. Nice. We're getting some good views. Kind of wish it was daylight and not raining, but oh well. I think they do the night lighting pretty well. It's dark and you can tell it's dark, but you can still see everything. There we go. That is what happens when you find a landmark. Sweet. Free. I got 2 achievements for getting up here, in fact. Got some lore up here as well, rewarding me. Did they build in that you could accidentally throw yourself off the edge? Let's find out. No. I thought for a moment that you could. I thought for a moment, look, because, you know, you go all the way up to the edge and your feet just go off, but you can't jump. This is no Assassin's Creed, sadly. You can get a good look at the lady from up here. Look at her freaking awesome scarves. Like, they're all woven. She's got shells in there. This would be a pretty cool cosplay to do if you had the confidence to pull off the look. I am disappointed that you can't nosedive off that crane, I'm not gonna lie. Especially, like, this is the exploration mode at the end of the game. I feel like that could have been a fun little Easter egg that you could have put there as a present for people who came up here after you finished the game. But no, sadly not. Alright. Well, how did I go with collecting everything? Let's have a look. So our story, well, I finished the story. So, got everything there. The city story, I got, I think it said something like 45. I think if I go to map, it will tell me. 46 out of 60, which isn't bad. It's about 2/3. I'm not exploring the whole of the whole thing. Certainly not on stream. Maybe I'll do it off stream if I decide I can't live with not having those achievements on Steam. But we've got cities being built up We cover the planet in cities. I'm going to assume this means the Earth can't handle the, or the planet can't handle, I'm going to say the Earth because there's English here. The Earth can't handle what's been happening to it, and it breaks. Something goes wrong. A great big storm happens. This whole line is storm happening. Rain everywhere. The sea level rises and rises and rises. Tidal waves. People are washed away. Some people are saved and end up on the very tops of the buildings, it looks like. More disaster. Something goes straight to the bottom of the ocean and it awakens something. That thing that awakens, it comes up into the cities. It gets to the people on the tops of the buildings, it gets to the people that are still in the seas, and it closes over them. It takes over them. The water rises to cover the whole of the city, and then when it comes back down, the whole of the human cities have now been affected by this entity at the bottom of the ocean. It mutates the buildings, it grows plants on the buildings, and where it touches creatures, it mutates them as well. At number 50. It creates humans that are mutated as well, and other creatures that are mutated. Everything that is left on the earth becomes mutated and touched by this underwater entity. The cities eventually start to rot, to come apart. There are less and less of them until finally there's just the one city left on the entirety of the earth. And as we know from our story, people live in little raised up platforms, unmutated as well. Still can't find that last animal, but I don't care. I literally do not care enough to go looking for that one. It's probably on the top of some other crane. Oh wow, oh my god, she just slides down that whole fucking thing. Jesus Christ. Rip hand skin. Oh my god. Oh, that's so silly. I love it. Ah. Wonderful. I'm going to take her back to her home, sort of her hub section in the center of the map, and then I'm going to end the stream. So we're just going to go a little bit south. Just going to go a little bit south, she says, immediately ignoring her own direction to herself. I've got to be roughly in the right area, right? Yeah, we basically got there. Now I'm so close, I've gotten lost again. Okay, I've overshot, gone a little too far south. Here we go, I remember that. Cool. Awesome. So, just save and quit. But I will save and quit to the title screen, because then you can listen to the pretty music while I am saying goodnight. So, thank you for joining me for the stream tonight, and thank you for chatting. I always appreciate it when people come into the chat and have some stuff to say. It really helps being able to talk to someone rather than just having to talk out into the void. Makes me sound a bit more natural, and it's fun. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. This is the last time that I'll be playing Submerged on the stream, but on Thursday night, I think probably it will be Thursday night, I will be playing Knights of the Old Republic 2. And then sometime on the weekend, I'll fit in another Subnautica stream. I'm really looking forward to the Subnautica stream actually, because I'm going to build a submarine next time I stream that. So that's very much front of my mind, getting to play that on the weekend. And then next Tuesday, or it might not be Tuesday actually, I'm thinking of changing my days just because well, actually, it's for a really lame reason, which is that my gym has changed the days some classes are on. So if I want to go to those, I have to sort of rearrange my time on other days. So I might change the streaming schedule, what days I'm going to stream on. But yeah, sometime early next week, I will be streaming a new short game like this one, something less than 10 hours, something I can do in 3 streams. And I've got a bunch of those in my Steam library, so I'll have a look through, see what looks cool. Maybe I'll deliberately try not to get something that's water themed this time, because it does certainly seem to be something that I gravitate towards. So, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'm just gonna leave you with this nice music. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, no, I can just leave this here, and I'll leave you with this nice music, and I guess I'll see, well, hopefully I'll see you next time. I would really like to see you next time. Have a great evening, or other time of your day, depending on where you are in the world. And yeah, take care of yourself. Have a chill time, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.